Frustrated by that nagging feeling of weakness in your legs, the unsteadiness that makes you think twice about taking a long walk or playing with your grandchildren? What if the answer to rebuilding your strength, to walking tall and confident again, wasn't hidden in some expensive supplement or grueling gym routine, but rather simmering in your teacup? It might sound too good to be true, but the ancient wisdom backed by modern science that I'm about to share will fundamentally change the way you look at your health after 60. Today, we're diving deep into three specific teas that can help you fight back against age related muscle loss. And I promise you, the third one is a remarkable game changer that most people and even many doctors have never considered for muscle health. We're going to arm you with a simple, powerful, and delicious strategy to reclaim your vitality. But here's the twist we'll unravel throughout this video. The effectiveness of these teas doesn't just come from what's inside them, but how and when you drink them. There's a secret to unlocking their full potential. Before we reveal these powerful brews, we have to talk about the silent epidemic that is robbing millions of their strength and independence: sarcopenia. It sounds like a complicated medical term, but its effects are profoundly simple and personal. It's that extra effort it takes to get up from a comfortable chair, the hesitation before climbing a set of stairs, the heartbreaking moment you realize you can't lift what you used to. After the age of 50, you can lose up to 1-2% of your muscle mass every single year. While that might not seem like a lot on a daily basis, over the course of a decade, that's a 10 to 20% loss of your functional strength, which can be the critical difference between living a vibrant, independent life and needing daily assistance. Many people resign themselves to this decline, accepting it as an inevitable part of aging. They've been told it's just how it is. But what if that's a lie? What if the common advice you've been given is actually leading you down the wrong path, a path of accelerated weakness and fragility? Stay with me, because what I'm about to share will challenge everything you've been told. The conventional wisdom handed out to seniors is often well meaning but tragically misguided. You've probably been told to just do some walking or to start drinking those chalky, sugary protein shakes plastered with pictures of bodybuilders. While walking is fantastic for your heart, on its own, it does very little to combat the aggressive muscle loss of sarcopenia. You need more than just movement. You need a signal that tells your body to build and repair. Then there are the protein shakes, often laden with more sugar than a candy bar, which can spike your insulin, promote inflammation, and actually contribute to the very metabolic problems that worsen muscle wasting. It's a classic case of one step forward, two steps back. Most people miss step number 3 entirely, which is to provide the body with the unique micronutrients that protect the muscle you already have while facilitating new growth. This is where so many well-intentioned efforts fail. The real secret to rebuilding muscle after 60 isn't just about adding one thing, like exercise or protein. It's about creating a holistic environment in your body where your muscles are nurtured, protected, and commanded to grow. And what we are about to discuss is the foundation of that environment. But be warned, there's one incredibly common ingredient people add to their tea that can completely negate all of these powerful benefits. Let's pull back the curtain on our first muscle rebuilding elixir, green tea. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Green tea is everywhere, its benefits are well known, but its specific role in the battle against sarcopenia is profoundly underestimated. The magic lies in a group of powerful antioxidants called catechins, with the undisputed champion being epigallocatechin galate, or EGCG. Think of EGCG as a highly skilled special ops soldier for your muscles. Its primary mission is to seek out and neutralize the enemies of muscle tissue: oxidative stress and chronic inflammation. As we age, these two saboteurs run rampant, breaking down muscle fibers faster than your body can repair them. A landmark study published in the journal Nutrients found that regular consumption of green tea catechins significantly reduced muscle damage markers in adults, showcasing its potent protective effects. But EGCG doesn't just play defense, it also helps improve your insulin sensitivity. Why does this matter for your muscles? When your cells are sensitive to insulin, they can more effectively pull glucose and amino acids, the building blocks of protein, out of your bloodstream and into the muscle to be used for repair and growth. But wait, there's another layer to this. Don't skip ahead. The game-changing tip for how to properly brew it for maximum potency is coming up. Many people destroy the most valuable compounds before the cup even touches their lips. Now, for the micro solution that can make all the difference. Most people make a critical mistake when brewing green tea. They use boiling water. Pouring scorching water directly onto delicate green tea leaves actually scalds them, destroying a significant portion of the precious catechins. To get the full muscle protecting benefit, you must heat your water to about 175 degrees or 80 degrees C. A simple way to achieve this without a fancy kettle is to bring the water to a boil and then let it sit for about 2 minutes before you pour it over your leaves. Let it steep for 3 to 5 minutes, no longer, to avoid a bitter taste. For an even greater bioavailability boost, a 2018 study in the Journal of Food Science highlighted that adding a simple squeeze of lemon juice can increase the amount of catechins your body is able to absorb by up to 5 times. Imagine that, a simple slice of lemon amplifies the muscle preserving power fivefold. Try this now. Instead of your usual morning coffee, which can be dehydrating, brew a cup of green tea using this precise method. Notice the smoother, more sustained energy without the jitters. This isn't just a beverage, it's your first active step of the day in the fight for your strength. But as powerful as green tea is for protecting muscle, our next tea takes it a step further. It actively helps you build it. Comment yes if you've experienced that frustrating search for a natural solution to feeling stronger. You're not alone, and the answer is closer than you think. Our second tea is one that has been used for centuries by traditional healers, but has largely been forgotten by modern medicine: stinging nettle leaf tea. The name might sound intimidating, but its effects on the body are incredibly nurturing. While green tea protects, nettle leaf tea provides the raw materials your muscles are crying out for. It is an absolute powerhouse of minerals that are critical for muscle contractility and bone density, including astounding levels of calcium, magnesium, iron, and potassium. Many people over 60 are deficient in these key minerals, which leads to cramps, weakness, and an increased risk of fractures. Option A, a nettle leaf infusion. These nutrients in a highly bioavailable whole food form that the body can easily recognize and use, versus option B, a compressed synthetic pill form multivitamin that is often poorly absorbed. Think of it as the difference between getting your nutrition from a garden versus a factory. A fascinating study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition revealed that adequate magnesium levels are directly correlated with improved gait speed and chair stand times in older women, direct measures of functional strength. But here's the twist that truly elevates nettle leaf to a must have beverage. It has been shown to support healthy hormone levels by inhibiting an enzyme that binds to testosterone, thereby increasing the amount of free, usable testosterone in both men and women. Healthy testosterone levels are not just for men. In women, it's absolutely vital for maintaining muscle mass and energy. Wait until you see what happened next with our case study, a 68-year-old woman who thought her active days were over. Let me tell you about Margaret. At 68, this once avid gardener found herself spending more time on the couch than in her beloved garden. Her legs felt heavy, her back ached, and a persistent fear of falling had crept into her life. Her doctor had noted early signs of osteopenia and sarcopenia. She started what she called her strength tea protocol. Every afternoon, she would brew a strong infusion of nettle leaf tea, sometimes adding a sprig of mint for flavor. In the first few weeks, the most notable change was a reduction in the leg cramps that used to wake her up at night. Then something remarkable happened. She found herself getting up from her armchair without pushing off with her hands. She started spending 15 minutes in her garden, which soon turned into 30, then an hour. Her neighbors noticed her carrying her bags of soil again. 6 months later, a follow-up bone scan showed a stabilization of her bone density, and her doctor was amazed at her improved scores on the chair stand test. Margaret's story is a powerful testament to the fact that you can provide your body with the fundamental building blocks it needs to repair and strengthen itself. If you find the earthy taste of nettle a little strong, do not be tempted to add sugar or honey. Instead, do this. Add a slice of fresh ginger while it steeps. This not only enhances the flavor, but also adds its own powerful anti-inflammatory benefits, creating a synergistic effect. We've provided raw materials, but the third T is the conductor of the entire orchestra. This brings us to our most important, most overlooked, and most powerful tea for rebuilding functional strength: Ginkgo biloba tea. This is the ultimate retention spike you've been waiting for. When we think of ginkgo, we typically think of memory and brain function, which is accurate but is only one piece of a much larger puzzle. The real secret comes right now. Its profound ability to enhance blood flow and improve nerve communication is the missing link for many seniors struggling with weakness and poor balance. Here's why most people miss step number 3 in their muscle building efforts. They focus only on the muscle tissue itself, forgetting that the muscles are controlled by the nervous system. You can have all the protein and building blocks in the world, but if the signal from your brain to your muscle is weak or slow, your strength, coordination, and reaction time will suffer. This is where Ginkgo biloba shines. Research published in the prestigious journal PLOS ONE demonstrated that Ginkgo extract significantly improves microcirculation, the flow of blood through your tiniest capillaries. This means more oxygen, more nutrients from the green and nettle teas, and more healing compounds are delivered directly into the heart of your muscle tissue. At the same time, it more efficiently removes metabolic waste products that cause fatigue and soreness. Think of it as upgrading a narrow, bumpy country lane into a 6-lane superhighway for nutrient delivery and waste removal. This is the absolute key, and it's why the timing of when you drink it is so critical for a noticeable effect. Let's troubleshoot. If X, a feeling of instability or poor balance, is your main concern, then Y, making ginkgo biloba tea a consistent part of your routine, is the solution. A groundbreaking case study involved a group of adults over 65 who suffered from vertigo and balance issues. After a 12-week period of regular ginkgo supplementation, the group showed a statistically significant improvement in their balance tests and reported a dramatic decrease in feelings of dizziness and unsteadiness. This is because ginkgo doesn't just improve blood flow to your limbs, but also to the inner ear, which is the command center for your body's balance system. So, how do we use this to our advantage? Option A is to drink ginkgo in the morning to enhance blood flow for the day's activities. However, for some, it can be mildly stimulating. If that's you, option B is to drink it in the early afternoon, about 3-4 hours before you plan to do any strength building exercises or even a brisk walk. This will prime your neuromuscular system, leading to better muscle fiber recruitment, stronger contractions, and improved stability during movement. Imagine going for a walk and feeling not just your muscles working, but feeling more connected to the ground, more stable with each step. That's the ginkgo effect. It's the difference between your brain just whispering a command to your legs and it shouting with authority. And this brings our entire strategy full circle. Let's put this all together into a simple, actionable daily protocol. We've discussed a lot, so let's make it crystal clear. Think of this as your daily trinity for strength. Your morning begins with a cup of properly brewed green tea, with a squeeze of lemon to serve as your cellular protector, shielding your muscles from the inflammatory damage that accumulates overnight and setting a foundation for the day. Then in the afternoon, you brew your nettle leaf tea, the mineral rich builder, to supply your body with the essential raw materials needed for muscle synthesis and to support a healthy hormonal environment conducive to growth. Finally, you strategically place your ginkgo biloba tea. For most, an hour or two after the nettle tea is perfect, acting as the superhighway delivery system, ensuring all those building blocks and protective compounds reach their muscular destination efficiently while sharpening the nerve signals that command strength. If you find yourself sensitive, ensure you have your ginkgo no later than 2 p.m. This three-pronged attack provides protection, building blocks, and delivery. It's a comprehensive system that works in synergy, but if you can only start with one, begin with the one that addresses your greatest pain point. If inflammation and general fatigue are your main issues, start with green tea. If you experience cramps and a general feeling of being depleted, start with nettle. If balance and a lack of pep in your step is the problem, start with ginkgo. You can't go wrong.